Now, how long do you think it's going to be for there's like a recovery in the city and there starts to be some, you said the market's increasing significantly right now?
It is. It is. It's happening now.
And what kind of, by the end of the year, maybe December of 14, what kind of, you think, how far up, like 3% increase, 5%? What are you projecting?
As far as
Any idea? Growth?
property values,
Yeah.
probably small double digits.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
More so in some areas than others, but yeah, there's Detroit's on fire right now in a good way. It's taking off. We have a lot of international and national investors pouring money in the city. A lot of local investors who've been holding on to their cash for a long time are starting to see the benefits. It's just it's increasing the property values. We've got a new mayor who's kicking ass and taking names,
Awesome.
and cracking down on all kinds of issues and problems in the city. The bankruptcy is not anything that's hurting Detroit at this point in time. It's done nothing but good things for the city. And we'll see over time what that does. But basically, you got $20 billion of unfunded long-term liabilities that are being seriously addressed by this bankruptcy, and a lot of that is city workers, fire, and police pensions. Now that they have to figure out a way to either do minimum buyouts on that or to not screw over these people who gave their blood, sweat, and tears to the city. But at the same time, you've got a retired fireman, clipping along at $120,000 a year retirement, living in Boca Raton, while the city is struggling up here. The fact of the matter is that person needs to take a little bit of responsibility for the bet that they took when they bought that property, or when they bought that job, when they bought into that line of work.
Yeah.
You had politicians in the 70s and 80s who basically said, well, we're gonna raise your pension 25%. We're gonna double your pension, and they were basically selling the future of Detroit down the river to get themselves elected in power now. Saying basically your kids and grandkids are going to pay this bill, and you're going to be long gone and retired in Florida.
Yeah.
So they bet, and in a way, they're losing, and it sucks and it's unfortunate, but you had to know when you took that, that you were being sold a lie, and you got to take some responsibility for that yourself as an investor, in your life, in your pension, in your job.
Yeah.
What I'm doing is helping people take their own responsibility for themselves and take a part of their portfolio and giving them a relatively stable, for the return, medium risk, long-term investment with high returns. Now, I would not recommend, if you've got $1 million in your investment and you're 60 years old and you've got $1 million in your portfolio, I don't want $1 million of your money invested in the city here.
No.
But 100,000, 200,000, 10, 20, 30%, especially if you've got enough where you can mitigate that risk by spreading it out over a number of properties. Absolutely.